If you're looking to stand out in what is currently a highly competitive job market, then one of the things you need to be paying attention to are the kind of questions you ask at the end of an interview. Now, many candidates believe that what makes them stand out in an interview is their CV, their cover letter, or their experiences. Now, whilst those things might actually be useful and they are very important, one of the things that truly sets a candidate apart from other candidates are the kind of questions you ask at the interview. So today I'm going to be telling you exactly why it's very important for you to actually ask questions at the end of an interview, and I'm also going to be running you through some type of questions that you want to consider when you are looking at the sort of questions you want to ask at the end of an interview. If this is your first time here, please do make sure you give this video a like and make sure to subscribe to the channel. It really lets me know that you want to see more content like this, and it encourages me to make more videos like this. I'm sure we've all been in the situation where you get to the end of the interview and the interviewer asks you, "So do you have any questions for us today?" And you tell them no. This is definitely not something you want to do. So why is it actually important that you ask questions at the end of the interview? By asking questions at the end of the interview, it actually shows that you have taken some time and effort to actually research the company. It shows that you are interested in the company, what they do. It shows that you are actually fully committed to the role, and you are fully committed to the company as well. So these are definitely some reasons as to why you want to make sure that you take some time to develop some questions that you will ask at the end of every interview. Because if you go into an interview situation and you say no, you don't have any questions, it could definitely send the wrong message across to the interviewers. It could give an impression that you don't care about the job. It could also give an impression that you don't care about the company, you don't care about the team that you're going into. An example of the type of questions you want to ask at the end of an interview are what we call cultural-based questions. Now, these type of questions help you assess and determine whether the company is a good fit for you, as much as whether you are a good fit for the company. It will basically give you an indication of what the working environment is like and whether you actually want to work there. Because at the end of the day, no one wants to work in a bad company environment, because you certainly would not thrive in such an environment. Now, some of the questions you want to consider when asking culturally based questions includes: how would you define the working environment here? What would you say are some of the challenges that the organization is due to face within the next, say, 5 to 10 years? So these are examples of cultural based questions that you could look to ask at the end of an interview to give you an idea of what sort of environment, what sort of culture that company currently is engaged in. Now, the next set of questions you want to ask at the end of every interview are what we call role-specific questions. Now, these type of questions help you understand a little bit more about the role. It helps you understand a little bit more about what the company is looking for in the successful person that they are looking to hire for this particular role. Now, a good example of a role-specific question would include a question such as, what do you think the challenges of this job is? Now, this shows that you have obviously understood the fact that every job has its challenges, and asking this particular question will also give you an indication of what exactly you can expect if you were successful on that particular job. So this is definitely a good question for you to think about asking at the end of your next interview. A second example of a good role-specific question to ask includes: how do you evaluate success in this role? This question will help you as the candidate actually understand how the company measures success. What do they define as success in that particular job role? It could also help you prepare firsthand to understand how you could develop yourself within that job and make sure that you make the most of that role. So these are the type of two prominent questions that I would ask as a good role-specific question at the end of every interview. The next set of questions to consider asking at the end of an interview are what we call hesitation questions. These questions basically provide you as an individual the opportunity for you to clarify with the interviewer whether there are any questions which you have failed to answer in depth, or whether there are any questions that the interviewer needs you to provide more clarity on. These questions serve as an opportunity for you to provide further clarity on any questions that the interviewer feels that they might need more clarity on. So a good example of this question would be, do you need me to clarify or elaborate anything regarding my suitability for this role? So this question really gives an open opportunity for the interviewer to come back to you regarding anything that they're unsure of and they want further clarity on. So by working on the types of questions that you ask at the end of an interview, you can really boost your chances of job success. If you have any other questions at all, please do make sure you leave them for me in the comment section down below. Before you go, please do make sure you like this video, make sure to subscribe and turn on your notification bell. I will see you in my next video.